Right. Welcome.
Welcome.
What was that from? I know, the church. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Root to Fruit Podcast.
Hey, what's up?
I'm your girl, El Renee.
And, of course, I'm your girl, Fee.
Y'all, I know y'all sick of us. Y'all like, you hoes ain't been here in about 2 months.
Where y'all at? Right. Just
but no, like, listen, I'm happy to be back. This is our 20th episode.
It is. Season 2.
Right.
Ooh.
I am officially out of the first trimester, which took me out. I was so tired, y'all. That's what it was. Like,
congrats.
Yeah, so blame it on me, y'all, because I didn't have energy.
And me too, because I was low key kind of happy that she was like not feeling.
Fee would text me like, "You want to go?" And I'm already knowing, like, no, she don't want to do it. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, pops. Hello.
Oh hell.
But no, for real though.
No, because I was like doing a whole lot of rip and running.
Right, because you know you're getting ready for your big day, which will be here around the corner. 4-3. Can I put the date out there? 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah. So if everything goes as planned with this COVID stuff, I'm praying for.
I know.
It'll be 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay.
So,
Isn't it?
Yeah, it's the countdown.
I love that.
Speaking of that, at like planning and stuff, I really had a lot going on. We recently just took our engagement photos. I was just sitting here talking to Vonda about it.
Which are gorgeous, in my opinion.
They are. They're nice. But it wasn't what we expected. It was just a lot of little stuff that wasn't our expectations, I guess I'll say. But
right.
It was a few that turned out really nice, the ones that you saw. They turned out really nice, I thought so. But it was, like I said, the little stuff. But out of all the photos that we took, it wasn't that many to choose from.
You would think you would have more.
Yes, and so that was a problem for us. And it was a whole fiasco, first of all. I should have known when we got to the venue, got posed, and homegirl forgot her camera.
No, wait a minute.
We got all the way to the villa.
Wait a minute, hold on. She forgot her camera?
Forgot her.
The photographer forgot her camera.
Yeah,
so I would have been like, you know what? This okay.
It was so cold because it's, off the lake. It was super cold, super windy. So we like standing by the car and like pose, ready, freezing a little bit. And she like, oh, stay like that. Goes in her bag and like, oh, I forgot my camera. I'm like, what? I should have known right there though, like, just
so how
stop.
long did y'all have to wait on her?
Well, actually, here's the thing. She needed a ride.
Oh.
She needed a ride. So she like texted me like, can you pick me up? We like, okay. So we picked her up or whatever.
Oh my
God. But yeah, she needed a ride, y'all. She's a black female.
I was just gonna ask, I didn't want to just ask like right out, but
I won't dare say her name. But if y'all probably see, because she posted our engagement photos. It was a whole tea.
But hey, that's business. So your review is your review.
True. Like she was like totally unprepared, unprofessional.
So y'all had to get back in the car,
get back all the way in the car, drive her all the way back home. Which was, mind you, 15 minutes from where the venue was. Now, we're racing against weather, the sun going down. It's all that. Right. So we, like, pressing. So we wanted to, like, wait and just, like, do it over. I'm like, nah, I'm here. I might as well. Yes, I don't want to. Thank you. So I'm like, I just want to get it done, get it over with. So she was snapping. But only turns out we only had, like, a few photos to choose from. It was, like... And she told us to pick 20. It was hard to pick 20 photos because it wasn't like some good ones to choose from.
Right.
So in her defense, I'm like, okay, it's cold, whatever, and da-da-da. However, when I brought it to her attention when she told us to pick our, out of the edits, to pick the 20 that we wanted. So I brought it to her attention like, can we sit down and talk moving forward so that we could like be on the same page for the wedding. She really didn't want to sit down and talk, so I kind of just explained to her over the phone what we were looking for. So she like, oh, okay, yeah, whoa. Disregarded everything. I thought she was like, okay, cool, I got you. Girl, we got them pictures back. It was the same pictures that she sent to us. She just popped that little filter on there and was like, "Here you go." Which were not bad, like I said, but it's the details.
Right, 'cause they're cute, but
yes,
I know.
But the way she handled it was terrible. Because I was like, moving forward, I don't want to use you. For the wedding.
Well, at least you tried her for the engagement pictures.
I did. I didn't like it. I mean, I wasn't satisfied. I'm gonna say I wasn't completely satisfied. So I dismissed her nicely. I sent a nice email. She agreed. Like, okay. I even asked for some of my money back. Yeah. She's like, $360. I'll give you back. I'm like, okay, cool. Girl, overnight. Well, we originally paid $750.
Yikes!
Girl, I paid her $750.
Got a Pro Max.
So she's like, I'll give you $360 back, but I don't know what happened between that time and the next morning because I woke up to emails like, because I asked if we could have like the actual photos where we could use, and she was like pissed.
The
baby
or whatever.
She sent us like a PDF thing and whatever. Anyway, it was just bad. I wouldn't dare say her name because I really want. She's young and she's black, and I want her to flourish. I don't want her to feel like I'm attacking her. Well, she just graduated from school. I want to say like 2-3 years ago, maybe. I don't know, from UWM. But she has potential, and I want that to flourish, and I don't want her to think that I'm attacking her or, don't want people to support her. Yeah, but would I recommend somebody right now? Probably not. It depends.
Not for that scale.
Not for
she
that.
May be able to do like some.
But I will say on her website, her photos are freaking dope, and that's why we chose her.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe it's just like she's just like a commercial thing.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I still want her to flourish, and I still want her to grow. Like I even sent her a nice message. She was like real snotty about it, but it's cool. I'm almost 40, so man.
But from what I saw, they look really, really cute.
They do, and we will use those because, damn it, we paid for them.
Yeah.
So, boiling down to it, she ain't giving us our money back. Well, some of our money back. She ain't giving it back. So, I'm like, whatever, chuck it up as an L and move on. No. Anyway, what's happening in L's world?
Y'all can't tell I'm happy to be back. No, for real. Nothing. Right. Nothing. I really don't want to make this the baby thing in my life, but that's really just getting used to that. I mean,
exactly.
It is, but I just don't want to feel like that's all I talk about. But
girl,
I know because it's so. What I can say is so different from 14 years ago.
Yeah. This is the highlight of your life. You have to talk about it. It is.
It's definitely like the turning point for me.
Listen.
And I mean, it's been dope. Like getting past the first trimester, being tired all the time. Now I'm just dealing with, body aches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a wobbling, like I'm already, it's just weird. Aww. And I have to remember, like I don't feel sick or nothing like that. Like like I posted the other day, like I'm carrying a whole baby. Like that's so ghetto. Yeah. I feel like it's
it's
not.
So
ghetto right now. Because it's just a reality. Like I'm about to have a whole nother. So I'm having a boy. I don't think I said that before.
No, you didn't know here. You're live.
Yeah. So we are having another boy, which
Congrats.
Thanks.
I know.
I am. You know what? And I'm gonna be honest. I've been talking to a lot of women, and this one woman was telling me that she waited until she was on the table and found out, and she kind of dealt with depression after having her baby because she wanted a girl. It wasn't what she expected, and it wasn't what she wanted. Wow. So I don't feel bad for feeling the way that I do, but I just don't want it to last. Like because I know the babies can feel what you feel.
Yeah.
And so I want him to know, like, I love you. I love you so much.
Y'all got a name picked out?
We have a few that we're looking at.
Don't do him like that.
I know. But it's just, I know. And you know what it is? I go to the doctor Tuesday. So I had to do the blood test because of my age. So that's how I found out through like a chromosome test. And they say the tests are accurate, but the people who read them can be wrong.
Right.
So it's a part of me when I go Tuesday to get the actual ultrasound is still. So I'm waiting to then. Once they tell me.
Oh, you feeling like they was wrong.
It could still be wrong. So Tuesday when I go, if they say it's a boy, then I'll be like, all right, then I really have that closure. But I'm still banking on like it being a chance it could be a girl. But yeah. I'm a boy mom so far.
And we're looking at mom again. But you got so many goddaughters.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
But ain't nothing like your own. I feel
Right.
you.
And that's what it was. Is it'll be a good balance for us. He has a son. I have a son. And girls change men. Like they catapult them into a whole nother dimension of responsibility and just all kind of stuff.
Yes.
And then for me, it would have been like my own muse, like my mini me. You know,
Right, little Ella.
it would have been Ella. Oh,
Yeah.
like Ella.
Yeah.
But no, I said that because people be calling me Ella. I'm
Really?
like, yeah, Ellie. I was like, no. But yeah, like with the Pretty Big Deal, like that would have been my, you know. But
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
somebody, Jamila Carney told me, she was like, a castle only needs one queen. And so when she said it put it in perspective.
There you
like,
go.
all right, you know, I can take that.
Girl, you want to deal with periods and stuff?
I do. I want to deal with the
Ooh.
mood swings. I want to deal with the attitude. I want to deal with just, I think, because I went through it. And it was only like, I would say maybe 2 years. I'm not saying
Yeah.
that's what she'll give me. But I mean, I think girls are dope.
I think they are too. But they got to come home with the baby.
Yeah, that's true.
The boys be like,
And that's what it
See
is.
when I
Boys
see
is
you.
just a quick haircut. If they
Yep.
want that. And Mitch ain't want no haircut in about 3 weeks. So it saved me money. So, you know, that's been beautiful. But, you know, that's just what it's been. Really adjusting and enjoying this time where
Yeah.
it's just me right now. Because in April.
"Why
it's
you
no
doing
time.
April?"
Yeah. April 16th is my
Okay,
birthday.
all
I'm
right.
bringing Aries into the world. I don't know how I feel about that, but
Oh, it been an Aries?
yeah. I don't know.
Why? What's wrong with? Oh,
You know,
God. Yo,
Ain't nothing really
never mind.
wrong with them. I just, you know, I have some dope Aries in my life. But then it's that part that
I
yeah.
know what a few Aries, and they so controlling.
Yes.
Ooh,
Yeah, they are.
and think
Hey,
they
Kim,
right, demanding.
Oh my God, that part. We're not gonna get into that
I
though.
know.
But yeah, that's
Yeah.
been my story.
Well, that's good.
Are you still working during the
I am.
pandemic? You still
Yep.
go into the office?
Mm-hmm. I'm just waiting for him to say 8-week shutdown.
Yeah.
I feel like we really need that.
Because you work with seniors.
Yep.
Senior
Yep.
citizens.
Mm-hmm. I feel for them, but I'm really concerned about my wedding.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be at least where I can have, you know, some people
Right.
in the building. I'm only inviting 150 people anyway, so.
Well, I just attended. I sang at a wedding. Well, we're not really technically like shut down
Right,
now
right.
too. It was a private event, but it was really nice to set up or whatever. But I feel you though.
Yeah. We lied. I didn't even
Yeah.
share it. I should have shared it.
I did. I shared it. What we talking about today, Fee?
So today, guys, I wanted to propose a question. And this question is very, very valid, and it fit men and women, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I feel like we go through life and we do stuff for people and we try to help people, but at the same time, I feel like we're becoming crutches. And I identify with that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I identify that I've been helping just in the wrong way and becoming a crutch.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to propose a question or a thought, like, or just to break down the difference between being an enabler or a stabilizer. Feel me?
And you know, when you said no, I do. I absolutely do. I guess for me, I just need clarity on the stabilize. I know the enabling part.
Okay.
But when you say stabilizing, like, what do you mean?
So,
by
you
that?
know, when you think about like a stabilizer is like, for me, in my mind, a person who like helps to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
They get you to a point where you can stand on your own and, you know, kind of go from there.
Okay.
Like, we get you to this stable point, and then you just kind of like, it's up to you
And
now.
that's what we really want to.
That's
we
what
really
you wanna
want
be.
to be. That.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's the goal, to be a stabilizer,
Right.
not an enabler.
Mm-hmm.
You know, enablers are detrimental to people.
Right.
Like, they can cause people to just really fail.
Is it really the person though, the enabler, or is it really on the person who allows that to happen? You know what I mean?
See, and I got mixed feelings about that too, because like at one point I felt like it was on me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, oh, I ain't doing this, I ain't doing that. Maybe I should try this, try that.
Mm-hmm.
In reality, it's not you, because that person knows, or, you know, they know, like, oh, I got her. So
Right.
if this fail, I know she got me.
Mm-hmm.
So they really ain't got no responsibility or no regard for themselves or you while they just out here doing whatever, and expecting
Right.
you to pick up those pieces and like.
I feel you, because that's how I feel about my dad. I mean, aside from him being my daddy and doing what daddies do,
Yes.
take care of their daughters and stuff. But as I became an adult, and I'm talking about well into my 20s, I still had an expectation of him to do certain things for me, take care of me. Like, I didn't want to go to work, but you sending me money, he definitely enabled me. Until I was like, I'll never forget it. And I talk about it, part of my testimony. I was like 20-something
tell
years, 20-something years, 22, 23, and he just flat out told me, like, I'm done. Like, I'm not doing it no more. You're going to have to get up and get a job and take care of it. This is right before I got pregnant with Mitch. And, and when he did that, like, it broke me. Like, I realized just how dependent I had been on him, his resources, his guidance, like, all that. Mm-hmm. So when he cut me off, like, I had to really get up and start making moves and doing things on my own. So I can definitely understand that.
See?
But that's love, though. You know what I'm saying? But it was that same love from him that he was like, yeah, I see what I'm doing. So I think it's two parts. It's on that enabler, too.
Yeah.
Like,
true.
But it's something they get out of that. The enablers get that need of
that sense of being wanted
and appreciated, and that like you said about what you say, they're demanding and controlling. That I had this control over you. I don't know.
Ooh, that part.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's another entity.
Mm-hmm.
I was just more talking. Well, I feel like it's like you said, two parts to it too. I'm so sensitive to the point where I think about if I don't help, what's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Like everybody don't respond the same way to tough love per se. Like I'm gonna stop helping you so you can get on your shit. Like everybody doesn't respond well to that. Like some people take that and just like really fall the L off. Like they really.
Oh, I see it now. I saw the comments. I'm listening to you though, B.
Yeah, like they really will fall off. Like thoughts of suicide, like not feeling loved or wanted, or I really fear that, and I know that's something I have to work on. Like with people around me, with family, friends, and all that stuff, I'd be afraid. Like, oh, what if I don't help? What's gonna happen? And I don't want it to all fall on me. Like, see, you ain't helped me, and look what happened.
Yeah, I think it's that thin line.
Yeah.
Because we all have expectations from our friends, and we'll get to the comments because I see a couple questions in there. But we have expectations from our friends and loved ones to assist us and help us and be there. But that can be, like you said, dangerous.
Yes.
If you don't have balance, if you don't have control over that, and not take too much advantage of what you're getting and how much you give in the same token.
True.
Joey said, wait a minute, Raymond, what do you mean? Oh, hell no. Oh, he probably talking about the old the photographer. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Joey. We love you. See you in a
right.
minute, boo. Too suave. Hey. Said, are we talking about friendships or relationships? Let's do like part 1, part 2.
Okay, so this part, what we want to do, because I'm really talking about both, but we can talk about one particular one at this time. So we can keep it separate. Yeah, so
well, I mean, in the same episode today, but I'm just saying, like, start with the friendships and then.
Oh yeah, well, we're talking about both. Mm-hmm. We're talking about both friendships, relationships, but
boundaries are important.
Oh yes, that is true. Too suave. Very true about boundaries.
I don't know. I guess for me, when I think about being an enabler, I think more of friendship than I do relationship.
Really?
And only because, like, in that, when I say even thinking in relationships, I'm thinking about family, not even necessarily like romantic.
Yeah. Well, I'm both. It could happen in both.
Oh, I know I've been in both. With family too?
Girl, what?
So, like, you, well, I mean, obviously, because I just said it too with my dad. And then even experiencing it, like, knowing people who still are super enabled by their parents.
Yes.
Like, yeah. And that's...
and I believe that comes from a cycle. Like, because I was that at one point. Like, I think we talked about this before. Like, growing up, like, we had everything pretty much handed to us. And we didn't have to. We were, like, the only girls, so we were kind of, like, catered to.
Right.
And we didn't have to work. Like, I didn't get a job until I was, like, 23, 24, or something like
25,
that.
24,
yes,
25.
Like I
that's so
worked. Like what? But then, because like my aunties and uncles, they start getting older, and you know, life start happening. I start getting older. Like, okay, so when are you gonna take responsibility for your own life? Like,
but
come on.
Don't, but see, if you're never taught, and I don't hold it against. I tell my mom all the time, I don't hold it against y'all.
Yeah.
But if you're never taught to be responsible and to take care of yourself, it's like you sheltered us, like, you know, because you didn't want us to get hurt or disappointed or not do it right, so y'all took care of it. But that's where y'all messed up, because now you want to throw me out here to the wolves, and I don't know what I'm doing. So and
that's why, like, the jobs I did get when I started working, I didn't stay.
Arby's, I was there like 2 hours.
Didn't stay. Yep. I swear to God, I remember one time at Target, I was there for like maybe 2 weeks, y'all. On my lunch, I left and did not come back. Like, they were calling, like, okay, what's going on? I don't want to do this. Like, this whack. Yeah. Like, no. Ugh.
Right.
But so, I think that caused me to kind of be an enabler too, to like my family and, you know, some friends and stuff like that. You know, because I've been there. I know what it's like to want, or need, and not have it at your fingertips where you can actually like do it for yourself.
Yeah.
But like I said, some people take advantage of that. Like, I wasn't one to take advantage. While it was there, yes. But when it stopped, something just clicked.
Right.
But, you know, it don't happen like that for everybody.
Right. And that's what I feel like I'm growing into that space now. Though I know I have people who are willing and able to do for me, it's just so much more gratifying. Like I try to teach Mitch, it's gratifying to know that you did this on your own. Yes, I can help you. Yes, your dad, your grandmama, but like doing it on your own, that way you'll never have to hear it again from nobody. Not you know absolutely. That we would, but it's just that's what I wish I had. You know that what's the word? The word I'm trying to say.
It'll come.
Oh my God. But, you know, to know I work for things. Like, you know, we find bragging and just saying my mom and daddy did this. Yeah, that's cool. That's good. But it's just so much more to know I work for this.
That's
you know
self-gratification. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. But, yeah, that's self-gratification. And also it builds character.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
Struggle builds character, whether you believe it or not.
Exactly.
It's going to build some character in you. You're going to be like, okay, shit. Here we go.
Let's see. Aziza said, how do you distinguish being spoiled, being well taken care of, or being enabled?
Oh, that's a good question, girlfriend.
Like, I was spoiled growing up, and I think it's age appropriate.
Yeah, I was going to say
it
depends on the age.
Like, you know, if I'm in an age bracket where I can't get up and get a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, as a baby to
14,
early teenagers,
15,
then being spoiled, I believe, is okay. And then it's still level set, because I consider myself to still be spoiled now, but my mama not taking care of me,
right?
You know,
right?
And being well taken care of, I feel like it's okay if you're well taken. Like, if you can do it, like, don't go broke trying to make sure that I'm good. You know what I'm saying? As a parent, or like, if you taking away from your means to make sure that I'm okay, then that's enabling me. Because that's putting yourself in an unnecessary struggle for me.
And I'm watching you.
Yep. You know, so that's the distinguishment, is that a word? Of being well taken care of. And then enabled is just, it flows into that. Like, anything that's a sacrifice or a drain for you to do, even though you do it anyway, freeing.
Right.
But yeah, that's and I take it, that's a problem.
Yeah, you being enabled, if you are able body, you know, and can do it yourself, but just don't want to or choose not to.
Yeah. And
you look to other people to do it for you, like, that's a problem.
Right.
Like, you're being enabled. Like, I understand being well taken care of. wait, you read that.
Dude in the background is looking creepy. Shout out to dude. He was just checking out the scene. You ain't see him. It was
through the mirror? No.
Yeah.
I think you're talking about the comment.
No. Hey, Michael.
Hey, boo.
Let's see. Michael said, I think we as a community struggle with the support that should be provided to young adults or even in relationships, because now it's called tricking.
But it's a point where you have to teach value and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how in friendships, relationships, they say you teach people how to treat you.
Right.
You have to teach people how not to make you an enabler.
Right.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know, ain't nothing wrong with helping, but you have to. It's principle behind everything. You know, you don't just give your kids shoes because they want them. You give them shoes because they need. Well, one, they need them. Two, they work hard for them. You know what I'm saying? You got to make people like kind of earn it. Like, even in relationship, husband and wife, like, you know, I don't know. It's like
this is such a thin line because, like you said, you know, I don't know. I have to really. This can be broken down because now I think about it. I don't know. It's just I guess for me, it's the need.
Well, it ain't tricking if you got it.
Right. That came to my mind too. It ain't tricking if you got it, but if you ain't got it, then that's a problem. I don't know.
But
this enabling thing, because there's so much I want to say, and I will have to really be like real time and real transparent with the conversation, and I just don't want to. It ain't the time to, you know, and I just have to reflect back on myself. Like, I remember a season, you know, just really being honest about it, where I don't want to say I was enabled. You know, I was going through a really, really, and that's going back to what Aziza asked, like, not even being well taken care of, but being cared about. Because it was a season of my life where even when I was trying to work and get on my feet, you know, I was in a struggle right before I moved here. So I had a lot of people coming to my rescue, and I didn't take that as, oh, I'm just going to take and not. I was really trying to get on my feet, but I just couldn't do it. So some people would look at me and say, oh, you know, you being enabled, but I wasn't though.
Right.
So I don't know. I think it's really personal at the same time. Like, you got to know that person who you're dealing with. If I'm doing for you, then I got to know that it's really because you need me to do this for you in this season. Now, in that same, I have to have wisdom to know when enough is enough and it's time for me to back off. So that's why I say it's on the person who's giving and the person that's receiving. Like, if you keep continuing to give, then it's on you at that point.
Right. Because I feel like enablement is constant, and stabilizing comes in seasons. Like, we all hit like points and times in our lives where we need that, you know, that push or that help, that whatever.
And it's not all materialistic.
Exactly.
This is like,
it could be anything. Your time, like anything. We all hit a point where we need something that we cannot provide for ourselves from somebody else, and that's the difference for me between a stabilizer and an enabler. Like, stabilization comes in seasons. Enablement is like forever constant. It's always with you. Like, God damn. Like, Lord, like, you know, I don't know.
I think most parents are enablers,
and they are, and that's another reason why, you know, some of our black men are how they are, because of their moms or whoever enabled them to be just, you know, dependent on a woman, or you know.
Or that's all that he had, so that's all that he knows.
Knew. True.
Rely on.
But how do you teach your kids at the same time while you doing this? How do you teach them, like, that's not the way to be?
Right.
Like, come on now. You got to get some type of...
Putting it there that I'm your mama, so this is what, I don't know, what mama gonna do, but don't expect it from the world. Like, you have to plant that seed early. Like, don't go out there expecting everybody to treat you this way or do. I don't know. Like, God damn, this conversation is really.
But it's needed, because a lot of people, I know I needed it because I did a lot of self-reflection in doing so. Like I said, I've been on both ends of
the. Do you consider yourself being enabled?
Yes. Sometimes, yes. I have. Maybe not now, but, you know, back then I was enabled, because I was like, I could have went and got a job. I could have did whatever.
What about in your friendships?
No. Nah. Not in my friendships. More so like family. I was enabled. I mean, it could be in my friend. No, I don't think so.
Because when you think about family,
chime in, friends.
Right? Do you? And be honest, please. This is more your people on here, but I think with family, it's more of the material that they do for you.
Yeah.
But then when you come over into the realm of friendships and things of that nature, it becomes more of character and the way we are. And being held accountable for actions and things like that. So that's what I think the separation is with being enabled. It's two different worlds. Y'all agree?
Michael said, I don't mind taking care. Just make sure you're doing the same. I feel that. But that makes the person feel like they're not being an enabler. Like if they get it in return and reciprocation, then
but
okay,
what you're getting is not the exact same way. Like what if that person, like it depends on what you're saying you're giving, Michael. So if you're giving things, what if that person isn't really able to give you things, but they can give you love, they can give you time? Like is that an equal balance for you, or are you looking to receive exactly
the
how
same
you give?
thing? That's good. That's a good question.
Yeah,
too.
Because that's what it is, you know.
Yeah, because some people like, I ain't I spent $500 on you. Why you gonna spend $50 on me?
Right, right. So,
efforts, people, efforts. It's the thought that count.
Like, Lord, Fee, what was you about to say?
I don't know what I was about to say. What part?
It was 2 minutes ago.
I don't know what was I about. Curtis, what I was about to say?
Needs, but serve my needs too. Okay, see, he just answered it. He may not have the same needs, but serve his needs. So
yeah,
I feel you with that.
I like that energy. Yeah, because like even with my family, like particularly like my sister, like I think we all kind of enable her. You know what I'm saying? But I feel bad because I'm like God damn, like again. But then like when I pull back, it's like, oh man, I feel bad. Like, is that normal?
Sometimes it's deeper than what we can see, you know.
Oh, Michael, I was about to cuss. I just had to say, Lord. I was about to cuss. But yeah, I've been an enabler. I've been an enabling person. And I've also been enabled. But the goal is to be a stabilizer. Like, I'll help you. I don't mind getting you to this point.
Okay, but when you do that, though, the backlash you may receive?
And that comes with the territory. That comes with the territory. Like, when you helping somebody, you don't help them because something you're going to get in return or what they're willing to do for you afterwards. I mean, it's ideal, you know, for a person to be like, okay, they helped me, let me show love or whatever, let me return a favor, or, you know. But if that don't happen, oh well, but at least you know, like, I guess in the energy in what you're doing it in, whatever you're doing it for, like, I don't know, but my goal is to be I've been working on trying to be a stabilizer. Like, I help when I can. If it doesn't exhaust me, then I can help you.
And especially after this year, like, I've been saying that since forever. Like, give what you can, and if you can't, then
don't worry about it.
Don't give no explanation. Like, especially when it comes to energy and emotions and mental space, like that really is when I think about this whole conversation. Like, that's really where I go, because that's more valuable to me than you giving me $2. You know what I'm saying? And some people can be very draining in that way, and then when you stop, it becomes this big deal and big issue. And my goal is always to be a stabilizer. However, sometimes because of who I am, I look like, and you really worry about, and that, I think I said that earlier, you know what your intentions are.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's personal, and it's like a two-way thing between you and that person. Y'all know what your relationship is. As long as you have that wisdom to know who you're dealing with, what you're doing for them, then that's on you. Like,
or know
you
when
don't
to
have
stop. Like,
yeah. And don't have to explain that to nobody.
Yeah, not even the person that you looking out for, or, you know.
And then
I don't gotta explain it to you. Like,
hard to accept being a stabilizer too, though.
True.
That can be hurtful, because after you've gotten people to where they're supposed to be, or to a point, you have to be emotionally stable enough to know, like, that's okay, because that can really hurt. Like, that shit has messed me up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've gotten men, been dealing with people, and been there for them and gotten to this point where they feel like they're strong enough and confident enough, and then now you move on. I'm stuck here now. Like, what?
Girl, where
So-
the little things at?
They
You
got
drop a
shout
clue
music
on that
there.
one.
Hold on.
That part though. That part.
No, for real. Diamond, your profile picture, you beat. But yeah, the stabilizer part ain't that sweet either. It's not all peaches and cream.
Yes.
You know, it could be some hurt and some disappointment and stuff over there, but you have to be mature enough to even stand in that point that everybody's not going to accept it and like it, and they're not going to do you right over there. Like,
But that's knowing when to stop. Because you keep doing it,
Yeah,
that's when
that's
you
true,
get your
too.
feelings hurt. Like,
That's true.
You gotta know when to stop. Like, being so invested in something, you get caught up.
that's true.
You get caught up and you just be like, damn, like that? But you just gotta know when to stop.
Oh God, I was raised by a nurturer, so that takes over. Oh shit, I can't read.
That takes over and it leaves me drained. Ooh. Yeah.
What do you mean, Michael?
Yeah, expound more on that. Like,
I wish we can call in.
right. Caller, you're on the air. Yes, I was just about to say.
Really? Hold
We
on.
should start
We're
doing
gonna take
that.
a little commercial break. Michael, are you comfortable with coming in on the video real quick? Because I really want to hear that. Because
Come on, pull up.
that nurturer part, yeah. If y'all about to make me pull up, or either if we can add you into the video real quick.
Hey, mom.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's try to get him on.
But that's the thing. When that's your nature,
Right.
oh, it's
And
hard
that's-
for you.
Right, and that's another thing. You like Diamond said, you know, she comes across as an enabler, but
Yeah.
I believe that's just her nature.
It
to
is. It
take
is.
care of people and want to see them do well and be able to aid and assist them in that.
But some people see that and just be like, oh,
But some people, do they matter though?
quick, let's get it.
Mhm.
You know, they want to use you till they can't
And
use
take
you
advantage
no
of
more.
that. Yeah. Ooh, what you talking?
Oh,
Okay.
that's fine. Go ahead. You good.
Right.
Yeah, you-
right. Yes.
Oh, I was about to say something. Oh, hell, I forgot. But it was in reference to,
The nurturer.
yes.
Is
I'm
that-
not a nurturer, but I'm a giver.
Mm-hmm.
So when I see somebody in need, or they don't even got to be my friend or be close to me, it's just in my nature. I'm just a giver. I'm a giver by nature. Whatever it is, if I got it, you can have it.
Right.
And that's draining too, because that's just who I am. Like, God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how do you stop giving?
Yeah.
And I always tell people, just because you came across somebody that mistreated you or abused the person that you were, doesn't mean that
Don't-
you have to change
Exactly.
who you
Don't-
are.
Don't change. Exactly.
And I try not to, but I'll be like, you know what? Forget it.
Check your inbox, Michael. Check your inbox. And see me, like I have a giver's heart, but and I think like because I know how I was, I always want to make sure that person, you've exhausted what you can do for yourself.
Right.
And that's just because of what I went through. Like, I know I didn't, and maybe I shouldn't do that, because just give and don't worry about it. But like, what did you try? Did you do this? You know, because I know it was a season where I didn't even try. I just expected for people to do.
Oh, yeah, yes.
So, you know, I've been really working on that, you know, just doing out of the kindness of my heart, because that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Not because I want to make sure your intentions on what
Yeah.
you're getting from me is going to the right place. I
Right.
can't worry about that. Just give.
Right.
And let
move
that be
on.
that,
Right.
you
yeah.
know. But now I'm like, all right, well, what's up? What you doing? You know? Because, like, people can be real shady out
Yes, that's true. But I try to like focus my focus.
Michael's
on
in the
something
building?
else.
You were quiet.
Oh, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Oh, what's going on, y'all? I will be
Hi,
on camera, but I'm
Michael.
doing something. I ain't got no business. Hey,
Hey, Michael, happy
Yes.
belated birthday.
thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Listen, first
So
of all, let's talk
expound
about
on
this.
that.
Yes, what an awesome topic you all have today.
Oh, thank
Thank
you. Shout out
you.
to Fee.
Well,
this is
yeah.
really good. So first of all, I have never been on you all's podcast. So
You
this
need
is
to
like
come.
my unofficial visit. Like I'm not physically there, but I hope you feel my love.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
right? So it's really cool. So congrats, y'all. I've never gotten a chance to come in, right?
We appreciate
so
that.
I'm going to say congratulations on the podcast. I'm going to say you both are awesome. I know you both individually
Aww.
and together. So this is amazing. I think this is really dope. First of all, your topic is really good because in one instance, like my mom was different. Okay, so she was a nurturer. If she in dating, I watched how she dated. I didn't really have my dad to look at in dating because my dad kind of really he was more so long-term relationship. So when he was with someone, I always saw people in relationships, if that makes sense. I never really saw the dating piece.
Right.
Does that make sense? So my mother was always that type of nurturer, that type of person. And me and watching a person date and come up, I watched like my uncle, but he was married. You see what I'm saying? So I watched him take care of my aunt, who was his wife. So I didn't see a guy date a woman. I always saw people who were
already in relationships
together.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So for me, I approach things like what people would interpret of being in a relationship because that's all I know how to do.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I don't know how to do.
That's good.
Oh wow. Okay.
We doing this or not?
Yeah.
That's exactly. You're right. You're right.
You see what I'm saying?
You are so right.
That's my energy. So a lot of times when you're pouring into someone, which is what I'm used to doing, and you're not getting that back, that becomes draining.
As hell.
You see what I'm saying? Because that energy isn't matched. So you're constantly pouring out, but there's nobody pouring back in that way. Right. Because I got family, you got love, you got community, you have friends, right? But that's a different type of connection that you yearn for, after a certain period of time.
But do you think it's because, like you said, you go into it doing things that some people wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months, before they start doing. So like you're already 3, 4 steps ahead of that person. So is it really that they're not doing, or they just hadn't reached your level of like openness? You know what I mean?
Now, see, I'm not an impatient person, right? So for me, it's not like I'm sitting there doing that and I'm like, okay, because I don't think of it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like how other people be like, dang, that's like relationship stuff. And for me, I'm like, the nigga said he was hungry. Like,
yeah, okay.
I feel you though. I feel you.
It ain't deep for me. Like I was already cooking. Like I was good.
Yeah, okay. I feel you.
Here's a plate. Like, but other people be like,
you tricking.
My plate? Like,
right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't get plates until like weeks together. Like, other people,
that's really what I was saying in my mind, like cooking.
But that's how I am too. That's what I'm like, you so right. Yes.
Nigga, I was cooking.
Anyway.
He was hungry. But you have to understand too, and which I didn't get is that I not only had to look at how I was feeling in the action, I had to look at how that can be interpreted.
Right.
So sometimes it made people think that I was more serious than really what I was. And sometimes that was good for them, and sometimes it wasn't good for them. They're like, wait a minute, nigga, hold up. I ain't ready yet.
Right.
Like, so for me, I'm like, well, I ain't even thinking that deep. But
your action saying otherwise, though.
Yeah, exactly. For them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So for me, it is not, but for them, it is.
Right,
so it's a learning experience.
And unfortunately for people like you, because I know somebody else like that, that's like her nature is just like she's a beautiful, beautiful soul. And people from the gate, if you don't connect with the right person, they'll take advantage of that. Like, see that, oh, you fix me a plate from day one.
Yeah.
And so, unfortunately, you may encounter people who take advantage of that from day one, and they'll never, it's like that. What we say, why buy the cow when you get the milk for free or something, So if you show them who you are in the beginning, then they gonna take advantage of that. Because that's you gonna do what you're gonna do anyway, and you're not doing it for them. That's just in your nature, and unfortunately, some people take advantage of that from the day.
And they do, and so that's something I had to learn. So I'm learning the experience.
Yeah, I was finna say moving now that you know, and recognize that, like, do you like
when I wasn't getting what I needed from multiple experiences.
Yeah, do you like hold back until you see that person like till you see like they're ready to see the like fool you?
You know what? I'm. It's so funny because it's like I done got to the point like I was really hot. So you know that's what I just described to you as like the hot portion, and then I got discouraged. So then it's really cold. So I'm trying to get it even middle. Like either you get too much or you're not getting enough.
Right.
Yeah,
like, I'm usually
yeah.
Like, so now I've gotten to the part where I'm very dismissive.
Oh, that's not good.
It's not good.
It's protective
So-
though for him.
It is protective, but we got to
Exactly.
get to a medium.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get to the middle thing. I'm trying to get
Yes,
there. So,
I feel you though. I feel you on that.
yeah, so one day it'll happen. But my
And
feelings
it's
got hurt, so
it's
you know what I'm
nothing
saying?
wrong with being cautiously optimistic, like proceeding with caution.
Right.
You give a little bit at a little time. Like my mom always say, you can't trust what ain't earned it. So
Yep.
when you
Yep,
see
and it makes
somebody
sense.
that's earned that,
It-
then you give it.
Right.
Yep.
And then that's
exactly.
within you to have to break down those. You know what you're capable of.
Yeah.
And like you said, I'm cooking anyway. That's nothing off you. But then you connect with
Yeah.
the wrong person, and you find yourself doing breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. You know, so
Yeah, exactly.
it's like
You know what I'm saying?
just finding that medium, like Fee said, and knowing.
Yeah.
Like I think that's dope though. Like I know plenty of people that's like you, who is just in that nature to do and be who they are. And unfortunately, you
But
connect to the
yeah.
wrong people.
I'm trying not to call you your real name on here. L. So
You good?
I can say it. I can say Vonda. 'cause that's
Yeah,
usually
you
what
can
I
say it.
I'll be like Vonda. Okay, so. Okay, I'm like, okay, I'm trying to say L on here.
Nah, that's
Be
fine.
respectful.
You want to
Okay,
do that.
so for me now, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm trying to learn. You know how people like I'm getting me. I'm good with Jesus alone.
Yeah.
I ain't saying that.
No.
I ain't quite all the way there yet. You know, I ain't
Don't
got a
be.
cat or
Please
nothing.
don't.
Right.
I ain't got no dog and no cat. I got some fish. I'm almost. I'm trying to keep it from advancing. You feel what I'm saying? But that's the only pet I got.
Come
but
on,
no,
Nemo.
what I'm gonna find the middle. But with all the things that have happened and kind of learning, I had to
Yeah.
learn that, and I really
Yeah.
wasn't getting it because I just learned that, y'all. I got that epiphany maybe a few months ago. I'm telling
Yeah.
y'all, it's recent.
But I
But it
think
was
that's
good.
where you find your medium. When you go through life and you navigate, you learn from your mistakes. That's where you find your medium. Like, okay, I know what to do, what not to do. Okay, light up then.
Hello. I'm like, that's a familiar sound.
You hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
I called myself turning the camera on so I would be all the way on.
I hear that beautiful sound.
I'm like, light up then.
You hear me? I said,
I love it.
But I like who you are. I love who you are.
Thank you.
You're super dope too, and I think like once you find that medium, you really gonna be like.
And to
We
be
get
honest,
super
though,
dope.
from just being around you and knowing the people who know you,
Yeah.
I will find it difficult for people to even try to come. I mean, not that you're mean or nothing, but I can see
Yeah.
that part of you that like, don't fuck with me. Like,
Uh-huh.
I am not
And
to be
that's
fucked and
that's
played
another
with.
part too, because
Yeah.
being a comedian, and it's funny because I was just watching Iyanla Fix My Life with Lunaire.
Come on.
I kid you not, right? Being a comedian, right? And she was saying how when her daughter was saying how when they have interactions where, you know, she and Lunel are disagreeing, Lunel attacks, right? So I've noticed that when my feelings are hurt,
You attack.
I attack.
Lunel.
You feel what I'm saying? I didn't notice it at first until I was watching it. You know, you got to see it.
Yeah,
sit on, the
on
outside of
somebody else, yeah.
situation.
I
And she
noticed
was
that
like-
on Tamar too. A lot of the similar.
He got a material where he can make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you're looking at that, and like for me, I'm good with words.
Mm-hmm.
Comedian or no comedian, I'm gay, I'm black. Okay,
Right.
Just take the comedian out of it. Just who I am regularly.
Right.
Cause y'all done met me cussing and fussing.
Right.
So y'all know.
We gonna be wrapping up in a minute. I'm sorry, Mike. Hold on. Go ahead,
Get off
Mike.
here. Am I taking up too much time?
No, you good. You
Somebody
good.
Just,
Okay.
We just spoke
Because
to
this is a very important perspective too.
It is.
Yeah.
In the whole, enabling and
Yeah.
stabilizing thing.
Yeah. So what I learned is I gotta learn how to shut up because sometimes I go too far. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
If my feelings hurt and I feel like you intending to do that, I'm gonna go for the jugular.
I would say you going for blood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to do. That's why I don't like arguing with people that I'm with.
Yes,
because I don't know how to. I don't know. I don't like arguing. I'd rather have a discussion.
You were Sagittarius.
No, he's. No, he was.
I don't know, but I cannot argue.
Yeah. I'm a Scorpio.
He's a Scorpio.
Oh, close enough. I cannot argue.
I'm like, no, please don't argue. You ain't gonna want to talk. I'm gonna be fine after this. I'm asking you if you hungry, you want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
You still gonna be mad because I said your mama breast stank. She was in my face. Okay. You still upset about your mama breast. I'm over it. I just want to eat eggs. I'm gonna cook bacon because I'm sorry, but I ain't gonna tell you I'm sorry. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I appreciate you, Michael. Like your perspective. Like I don't consider you an enabler, and even though I've not encountered you on that level, but just your breakdown and your perspective, like just being a nurturer. That's just who you are. I don't see you holding people in a certain space selfishly. That's not what you do, and that's what I'm thinking. An enabler is like me and Fee were talking earlier. Like an enabler to me is a person who you find power over that person. You know, being able to dangle what you do for them and you know, keep them from, instead of teaching them how to do it, like teaching a man how to fish, you go fishing for him so you know
he gonna always need you.
But I think a part of us do that. I think all of us, a part of us do that. I think women do it a lot.
Well, women as a whole, I don't, but women.
I have.
I've seen women do, and I've done the same thing. That's why I have to pay attention, because at some point I have to admit it in my own self. There are people that I was dealing with that I couldn't tell. People would look at me and be like, "Explain to me what it is." Mm-hmm. You seeing that individual, and I'd be like, "No, I really like them. They're so sweet." Blah 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 blah. They're like, "No. Take that out of the situation."
Yeah.
What do you see in that person? Because how did y'all even end up? What's up?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So, my friends are like, y'all know. Y'all like that. Mm-hmm. If y'all see something, you're going to say it. Which I think most people that run in the circles that we run in are pretty blunt.
Yeah,
because we don't have a choice. But it's that's just it. So when I look at it, I'm thinking it's my pickers off. I'm recognizing some things in myself, and I'll get it together.
And you will.
1 minute I'm gonna be like Fee, just popping up with an individual on Facebook. No, but I didn't know anything. Okay, I knew nothing of the sort. I was like, she's doing what? Wait a minute.
That is too much.
It be like that sometimes.
No, this is dry.
So I'm happy. I'm happy for you. One day I'm coming, Fee.
I know.
One day I'm coming behind you.
I know.
Listen, Elle got a little bundle coming.
Listen.
All of y'all either getting married or having babies.
Right.
My black ass is.
It's coming. It's coming.
I think I'm gonna get a dog. I'm gonna
like
get a dog.
You said, just don't change.
And then I'm gonna act like I'm doing something.
Don't change who you are in the meantime. Like, keep being who you are and keep putting those boundaries out there. Like, you know, that's all you can do.
Well, I love y'all.
We love you too.
Yes, we love you more.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You
too. Try.
Running. All right.
We gonna run
love
on.
Y'all. I'll talk to
love
you.
Love you more. Be safe.
Oh, that was fun.
You too,
Thank you, Michael.
That was fun. I didn't even know they could call in.
I like that perspective of nurturer.
Yes.
And that comes with you have to be strong enough and just know who you are, like on either side of that.
And I didn't even think about it like in the sense that he was saying, because that's me too.
Right. That's
like
all you
I only
knew.
seen my mom with one man, like in a serious relationship. Like we doing this or not, like this is it for me.
Yeah.
You know, then my grandparents, they were married. I didn't see anybody like date,
right?
You know, so yeah, and that's why I think I got played so many times. It only happened 3, so because I was like super serious, and they was just like, "Girl, what? We dating?" Like, well, you should have. Yes, you should have told me.
Yeah.
Shoot, I feel like you talking. I love you. I want to be with you. Like, okay,
man, sit your dumb ass down.
Right?
That's what you want to tell? No. Anybody else? Ashika said yes.
Right, Shika, what you yesing to?
Right. What are you yesing to? Felder said, I feel you on that. Like, I don't know, y'all. It's one of those conversations where you can't really talk unless you can really talk.
Yeah.
To me, but I mean, it's just about knowing who you are, knowing who you're dealing with, and then being able to recognize, like, even seeing that the not characteristics, but like seeing a person who's used to being taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's where the stabilizer part comes in.
Yeah.
You having to be strong enough to break them from that out of love, like,
right.
And that's in friendships too. Like, I see this trait in you, I see this characteristic in you, I see this behavior in you, and as your friend, like, I'm willing to be that one. I've been there.
Like,
this
you
year has
stop
really
seeking
taught
this
me
attention.
that. Exactly. That this year has definitely been that for me in the realm of friendship. Like,
yes,
I've stopped enabling you from having this toxic attitude.
Yes,
and
always
demeanor.
mad and drunk. Girl,
it's always the victim. No, you got to take accountability for some, at least one thing. And if you're not, then I'm gonna have to exit stage left, because that's draining to me as your friend.
And that's what, yes, because they'll never understand it. They think you validate
no,
it. And it's like, oh, well, she ain't said nothing, so she validates me. Like, my feelings
or
legit.
we do sometimes we do go along with it just because that's your friend and you don't want them angry. But I'm at the point where I can't.
No,
do that
it's
more.
time to call it out.
I got to.
It's 2020. We've been stuck in the house, like, filter none.
Yep, a lot
Just
has
say
been put into perspective and placement, and I'm like, yeah, if you're looking for me to be your yes man, it's just not gonna happen.
Absolutely,
I'm not gonna enable you in that way.
I'm gonna tell you the truth and love you.
And as a friend, if I can't call you out on your bullshit, and bullshit meaning like I said, some of the stuff that you may have gone through in cycles, and what's the word? Like we said about us being spoiled or whatever. Like, that may have very well happened. Mm-hmm. That may have very well been where you were in life. However, I'm here now to help pull you from that place.
Right.
But if you choose and want to keep staying there, then I'm not that person.
Right.
To be around then. That's what it stabilizes. I'm like, I'm gonna move on.
Yeah, but some people feed off of that. That's like their, I don't know. It's just like it's their safe haven.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think
just fuel off of that.
It's not wanting to be vulnerable. Like, it takes a certain level of vulnerability to be able to admit, like, who you are, where you are, what you are. So
yeah, I'm definitely like I said, I've been evaluating and like self-reflecting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, girl, are you an enabler?
Yeah.
Are you being enabled?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just certain stuff you want to put in perspective.
Right.
Just in life in general, with getting your shit together.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I say all the time, like, I want my people to be able to come to me and tell me when my ass is out. Like, tell me when I'm not doing enough. Tell me when I'm complaining too much and not moving, especially when it comes down to, like, my brand and stuff.
Right.
As much as I pick it up, put it down, throw it away, burn it, like, call me out. You know what I'm saying?
Right, say it.
Don't enable my, like, what was I watching? Somebody was interviewing. She was like, it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get hard. But if you quit every time, you hit a rough spot, then what are you doing it for? So I desire people around me who are not going to enable me saying, it's okay, you going through a season.
Right.
Fuck that. Yeah, you going through a season, but you're going to go through the season doing what you're supposed to do. Because you're going to come around in 2 months. All right, y'all. Here I am. I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick of being there. I'm back and explaining why, like, no, I need y'all to be like, bitch.
Do you realize, like, every time you got to start over?
Like, you literally
you think you
over.
Starting at where you were. No. You starting all the way over.
Nope. And especially with the times, people's attention spans are like milliseconds. Mm-hmm. So you have to be consistent in some kind of way.
Yep.
So I don't know if I just shifted the conversation, but yeah.
But it ties in. It ties in.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to, do what I can. I'm not going to exhaust myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that came from
Find
me.
your niche. Absolutely, Michael.
That came from me.
That's true.
This year, wanted to be a woman of my word.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that was
having
my thing.
An impeccable word. That's one of the 4 agreements.
Man, that was my thing this year.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna start being a woman of word, and I've been trying to do that. Hold up my end of the bargain, da da da. But
and
at
you
the
do,
same
because when you
time,
told me you was gonna bring me ice and stuff, you did.
I'm really trying because, at one point I'd be like, yeah, I'll be there. I'm coming.
Yeah, and you don't.
Don't show
I've
up.
done that too. Like, and then be that, and then I don't like to hurt people's feelings, so I won't text. And I'll just be like, oh. But now I start to be like, I'm not gonna make it, or I'm tired.
And that's the thing. I didn't want to say hurt people feel like, no, I'm not gonna make it. I can't make it because I want you to invite me to something else.
Exactly. Right.
But now I just be like, if I know I ain't gonna make it, I'll be like, I ain't gonna make it. I got this going on, and that's it.
Or don't even commit. I'm like, I see.
But that gives you the courage and puts you in a mind frame of knowing when to stop helping somebody, just to be in.
Felder said, not for brunch. What's that, some shade? Did she just throw shade?
Girl, we supposed to be going to brunch today, and I am going. First of all, they know I'm here, so we going.
We almost done.
I'm going. But for real, though, I'm just in a space where I just want to not overhelp. Overhelping is bad.
It's bad. Could be bad.
Even in the game of basketball, y'all, overhelping could set you up for, don't ever overhelp. Like you got a man overhelping on that side.
Yeah. Everybody has a position
Other
to
team,
play.
constant baskets. You hear me?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to overhelp. I want to give the right amount of help at the right time for the right reason, and that thing. So that's the goal, to be that stabilizer. People
reflect.
Yeah, don't be in it. I know it's hard because, like I said, I'm a giver, and some people are nurturers.
Think about for real.
Yeah. I'm just
especially now. Like I hate having to keep saying that, but after this year and everything, like especially now is the time to really drone in on these type conversations and things of that nature, and really figuring it out, y'all, because it's been one.
Yeah, it has. So
and for you really don't be showing up for shit,
Brandon. Yes, I do.
Pin that comment.
Brandon, I do be showing up.
Call her out, Brandon.
Now, in my past, I have not. I will not show up. But as of this year, yes, I show up.
Yeah.
I be showing up. Brandon, first of all, what have you invited me to that I didn't show up for, okay? Tell me that.
Oh, my.
Right.
I know I am. I've been overusing it. But, yeah. This is one of them conversations that leave you like, damn, like I need to go home and do some homework.
I've been trying to. Of course, there's more to it. As you walk the walk and do the journey, you recognize other things that comes along with it that you gotta incorporate. That baby ready to go. Okay,
come here, Joe. Come here. Come here. Y'all want to meet Riley Joe? Come here. You done made your presence known now. Come here.
First of all, Jarvis ain't invite me to no get-togethers.
Oh, that's one of your Chicago friends.
Jarvis, yes.
No, I know Jarvis. I'm talking about Brandon.
Brandon, yes. But Brandon lives here. Brandon didn't even go to them. Brandon ain't even go. Yeah, we about to go because we wrapping up because I don't want to.
Y'all say hey to my Punky Brewster baby. Tell him hey right there. I can't believe you acting like this.
Hey.
Like Callie. Like a little baby. I thought you was going to shine on the show.
She tired. We finna get you out of here, okay? But we want to enable you to
Girl, gone. All right, y'all. Brandon, we gonna hold her accountable. She's gonna do better.
Listen, I show up, but I say like, "Hey, I ain't coming." Brandon is so messy. He's super messy.
But Jarvis don't stay in the city. That's
and it is difficult because he lives in Chicago. So I mean, I will show up for most, but other stuff I can't make it this round. This time.
So y'all make sure y'all hold us accountable. Don't enable root to fruit like.
Right. When y'all see us, hit us up like, hey.
When y'all don't see us live next Saturday, then,
But here's the thing. We don't want to enable y'all either because we're not going to go live every time.
That's true.
We want you guys to utilize the streaming sources.
Listen to us while y'all working out, while you at work, cleaning up.
It's cool to go live to get that that feel.
Right. We go live when y'all haven't seen us in a long time.
So don't get used to it because we
Right.
want
That's
you
true,
guys
too,
to
babe.
use the streaming sources that we have.
We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in and interacting with us. Shout out to Michael,
Yes, I like that
our
perspective.
old faithful Felder.
Yes, thank
Diamond,
you, Di.
thank you, Di.
And to a newcomer, Brandy Messy Thornton. Brandon Messy Thornton.
Thank you, Tone. Shout out to Tone. Tone Deaf Network, TDR. Shouts out to our producer extraordinaire for the day, Aziza Z.
Yes.
P3. And Jewels of the Divine. Y'all make sure y'all hit her up for all the things. All the way speeds and all the things. That's my boo-boo.
Well, it's been one, you
Yeah, it
guys. We don't
has.
want to tarry.
Right, 'cause, we'll just linger and talk. But we love y'all so much. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you check this episode out. It will be available Wednesday on all streaming networks, Spotify, Apple, Spreaker, and of course you can always play the live back. Is that Brandon? Oh, is that your boy? Oh, okay. Y'all can always check us out. Hey, y'all. All right, we love y'all. Mwah, 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 mwah,
See
mwah.
ya.